Ever faced one of those life crossroads? Staring down a decision that feels, well, like it could change absolutely everything.
Oh, definitely. Those big moments.
Today, we're doing a deep dive into a really powerful mental model. It actually led directly to the creation of Amazon.
You're talking about Jeff Bezos's regret minimization framework.
Exactly. And what's interesting is how someone known for, cold, hard data shifted to this really personal, almost emotional framework for maybe the biggest decision of his life.
It's a great story.
Okay, so let's set the scene. It's 1994. Jeff Bezos is doing really well, senior vice president at a big New York hedge fund, D.E. Shaw & Co.
Right. A very secure, very lucrative position. But he saw something happening.
What was that?
Well, being a computer science guy, he noticed this startling statistic. Internet usage exploding, growing at 2,300% per year.
Wow, 2,300%. That's huge.
Exactly. It wasn't just data noise. It was like a signal, a whole new world opening up online. So his first reaction was very methodical. He listed maybe 20 products you could sell online, landed on books. Why? Because you could offer way more books online than any physical store ever could. The first best product, he called it.
But the real turning point, the framework itself, came later, right? After a walk.
Yeah, that famous 2-hour walk in Central Park with his boss. His boss was supportive, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but cautious. Said something like, that sounds like a good idea, but maybe for someone who doesn't already have a great job.
So that really framed the conflict. Stability versus this massive, kind of crazy entrepreneurial risk.
Precisely. And Bezos realized, there wasn't really a playbook for that kind of decision. So he basically invented his own framework.
The regret minimization framework. Okay, so how does it actually work?
It's simple, but really profound. You project yourself forward. Imagine you're 80 years old.
Okay, 80. Looking back on my life.
Right. And you ask yourself, looking back from that vantage point, what will I regret? And for Bezos, the conclusion was just inescapable. He knew, absolutely knew, he would not regret trying this Amazon thing, even if it totally failed.
Just participating was enough.
Participating in the internet revolution, yeah. That felt inherently worthwhile. But crucially, he knew he would regret never having tried.
The regret of inaction.
That's the one. That what if. He felt that would haunt him every single day.
That's a powerful reframe.
Yeah.
Because it cuts through the immediate stuff, right?
Right.
Like he was walking away from a big bonus that year. That's tangible.
Exactly. And that's where the psychology comes in. The framework pushes back against loss aversion. The pain of losing something feels way stronger than the pleasure of gaining something.
Right. Losing the bonus feels worse than the potential Amazon gain feels good initially.
Initially, yeah. And it also deals with that omission versus commission thing. Short term, we regret stupid things. We did commission errors. But long term,
it's the things we didn't do.
The omissions, the missed chances. Those are the regrets that stick around and ache. So the framework forces you to ask, which pain do you prefer? The short-term burn of trying, maybe failing, or that long, dull ache of regret?
So this is obviously for the big stuff, the one-way door decisions, as he calls them.
Definitely. Major career changes, starting a business, things that are hard to undo, not, choosing pizza toppings.
Right, unless you're really passionate about anchovies, maybe.
Maybe. But here's a really important point. This framework, it's the capstone, not the whole building. Meaning Bezos didn't just have a feeling and jump. He did the hard work first. The market research, listing those 20 products, writing a 30-page business plan. Yeah. Then he applied the age 80 test.
Okay, so due diligence is absolutely key. It's not a replacement for thinking things through.
Not at all. You need that realism filter. Before you leap, you got to ask, am I actually competent here? Do I have the financial runway? How can I de-risk this? It's about calculated risks, not just, closing your eyes and jumping.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
You also have to consider survivorship bias. Right. We hear about Amazon because it worked.
Hugely important. For every Bezos, there are countless others whose leaps didn't pan out. So maybe you use this alongside other tools, like a pre-mortem, imagine it fails, and figure out why beforehand.
That's smart. Plan for the potential downsides.
And one more thing the framework does when things inevitably get tough, and they will.
Yeah.
Remembering why you started, remembering that the alternative was that lifetime of regret. That becomes like a mantra. It keeps you going. It gives the struggle meaning.
Okay, so it's not just a decision tool, but also kind of a resilience tool.
I think so, yeah.
So wrapping up, the regret minimization framework really seems like a powerful compass for those huge life decisions, helping you connect with what truly matters to you long term.
It really is. And think about this, those studies on the regrets of the dying.
Vaguely, yeah.
A super common one is wishing they'd had the courage to live a life true to themselves, not the life others expected, or
Hmm.
just not being haunted by what if. This framework fundamentally is about helping you build that authentic life, a life of bold
A
attempts.
life with fewer what-ifs. That's a
Yeah.
powerful thought to end on. So for everyone listening, how might you apply this framework to your own big one-way door decisions?